My name is Newman Abuissa. I'm running for the one of the two at-large seats for the city council in Iowa City, and I am an immigrant. Came from Syria about 40 years ago, and I graduated from here and worked for the Iowa Department of Transportation for 35 years. I have raised my family, my 4 kids here in Iowa City, and I've lived in Iowa City about 30 years now. And I'm an activist in human rights with the University of Iowa and also with the City of Iowa City Human Rights Commission as well.
And then, what are your top priorities if you get elected for this seat?
My top priorities are the City of Iowa City. I've lived in Iowa City and I love the city here, and I think there are rooms for improvements from the city perspective. I've seen lots of needs in Iowa City. The housing prices went up about 30% in the last 4 years, and there's lots of affordability challenges in Iowa City. And also I have seen many of the Iowa City businesses migrated outside Iowa City, and we think we can spend more of our money locally to provide more stable base for our community.
Okay. And what are some things you think Iowa City residents are facing, and how will you work to make those better?
Yeah, the Iowa Citians are facing lots of challenges. We have an environment coming from the state and national level, and even some people are disoriented with the current politics. And I think there is a need for reality checks on everything. We need to be standing up for what we believe in, and also we need to be bold and outspoken on the issues which are most important to us. We have challenges with the homelessness, with the affordable housing. We have challenges in the human rights areas where we have ICE coming to town and trying to terrorize the residents of Iowa City. And we need to come together to face those challenges as a city with a perspective. My motto is to listen and empower. I think we have lots of resources in Iowa City. We have lots of talent and passion in Iowa City, and we need to activate the passion and the people with resources, with knowledge, to bring them to the table and discuss the challenging issues which are important to Iowa City, and we need to represent them on the council table when decisions are made. I know, for example, when developers come to Iowa City, they want to develop. They are very well versed. Usually, they have consultants, high-level consultants. They have PowerPoint presentations, and they know all the rules, regulations, and they have good cases for their perspective. But we need a city council who is representing the community in Iowa City, and I'll be working with the community in Iowa City to make sure that all our needs are addressed through any kind of development and represent the underrepresented.
Okay. And then the cost of living has been going up gradually for Iowa City residents for a while now. So what are your thoughts on how to improve the cost of living for residents?
The cost of living in Iowa City is higher than the rest of the state. I think housing is one, as I mentioned earlier, one of the components, and I think the housing, it's a scarce housing. We need to provide more options and more units for the Iowa City. We have 12,000 people who work in Iowa City and live outside Iowa City, for example, and those people just come to park in Iowa City and spend all their money outside Iowa City. I would imagine that we can house all those people in Iowa City with higher density, a community where we can live and shop locally and have pedestrian, bicycle-friendly communities where we can commute to work without having to drive our cars, taking the bus, the free bus system also. And the other, I guess, challenges on the affordability, we have to have a strong economy to be able to provide for the important issues like for the homeless people. I think the city can have more programs if the city economy is prospering more. And I've seen, for example, when I came to Iowa City here in 1998, the Courage Avenue was being developed, and then lots of businesses moved to Coralville at that time, and we haven't been able to recover even from that time, and the exodus seems to be continuing. So we need to be a little more proactive to retain more businesses and have some encouragements for the businesses to stay in Iowa City and serve Iowa City and spend locally.
I guess my next question, you've kind of been answering throughout the interview, but I'll ask it anyway. If elected, what are the changes you are going to implement, and What are some things you want to continue doing that have already been done by people that were previously in your seat?
One of the issues which I want to continue doing is really the free bus, but I want a more sustainable model where the city can finance the free bus system and also improve on that, like provide a push for Sunday services as well. People live week around and they need services all week, and that was one of the areas. The other area is I'll be proactive with the city staff, and I do respect the city staff. They are very professional, but I think we need to have a vision which we can achieve, and I will be holding the strategic plan up in front and maybe add to the strategic plan a few objectives like retaining more businesses, for example, in Iowa City, spending more of Iowa City money in Iowa City, and try to have measurements for that. In addition to that, we also can measure some environmental improvements within Iowa City. If it's important enough for us, I think we should be measuring those areas. And there's many ways to measure the data we have, and we have to simplify it, make it obvious to the public and to ourselves that it is a kind of benchmark where we can watch on yearly or biannual how much we are progressing.
Okay. And assuming you win, what would you say won you that seat?
I hope I will win. I am asking for all the Iowa City residents to look me up, Newman Abuissa, for City Council, and also vote for me if at all possible. If I win, I will be working with the current City Council and the new members of the City Council to have a basic understanding of what are the important issues for Iowa City and how we can make progress in those areas, which I mentioned some of them, but there will be more of those areas. We are a community of diverse community. We have senior citizens, we have students, we have all the people in between, and also as well as grade school. So we will be working with all the city governments also to make sure that we are in agreements on some of the issues. Communication is going to be key for many areas. I was disappointed that the communication for the jail between the city of Iowa City and Johnson County was not up to my expectations. I thought they will be communicating more and getting to more understanding and agreements between the two entities, which did not happen. So I hope to work with the city, with the governmental agencies. I've worked for the Iowa DOT for 35 years, and I'm familiar with the state government agencies, and I think I can bring that experience to the table as well.
Okay, well, those are all the questions that I have for you today. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
I just want to say thank you to the city of Iowa City for allowing an immigrant like myself to run for a city council, and I think that speaks volume about the standards and openness of the city. And I want to also be bold and talk about the issues which are challenging in the city of Iowa City. So I would like to connect with all the people who have passion about issues in Iowa City which we are not addressing, and try to meet with them and listen to their concerns and try to represent them on the council.